What to do, everybody? It's the Dig Dug himself, Dak908, me, this guy. And I know you guys been, wondering like, whoa, you put up a video about some Xenoblade Chronicles and it really didn't do much. It was literally you popping in for the first time. Well, it's true, alright? But this time I got the reboot, and in this one, I've played the game for about a good 7 hours, 7 or 8 hours, I don't know. Kind of lost count. And I think I have a little something to talk about, First, I want to talk about the combat system, because obviously I'm in a fight right now. The combat system, at first, I didn't get it. It was kind of weird to me. It was actually a tutorial, I believe, because some stuff was happening, and it wouldn't let me actually begin the merculation process. But the fighting system is deep. It's a very interesting system. It's almost similar to Final Fantasy 12, but in this one, I feel it's a bit more action-oriented. You have your skills, quote-unquote skills, which are called arts, and they can range between a backstabbing type attack, like if you position. Alright, it's all about positioning. If you position yourself behind the enemy and initiate this attack, you'll do 1.5 times the damage or something like that. And if you actually, well, that's how much it does above your actual normal damage. And if you were to land that hit behind them, it would do more damage. It's a substantial amount of damage. If you're trying to get the jump on any enemy, it is the necessary move to choose. And a lot of the moves are like orientation based. Like I said, you have to be behind them to take full effect of that move. But they have moves that you have to be on the side of them to take full effect, or right in front of them. It's a really intuitive battle scheme, and I love it to death. They have many little things in the battle system. Like I know you guys saw that little thing where it's like press B. That's when, let's say, one of your teammates go to do attack and they mess up. Like, you can literally mess up. Like, he'll go to do a move or something and it's a complete fluke and you mess up. By hitting B, you encourage them to keep going, because if not, it'll bounce off of them. They'll lose morale. It's a huge deal. I mean, there's a lot of things in this game that make a difference, and there's a lot of moves, a lot of tactics, a lot of combos, a lot of things that you have to really pay attention to actually make all your fights a victory. And that's what that's what I'm saying on the battle system right now. But for the most part, I want to talk to you about is the fact this game is beautiful. It's beautiful and it's ugly at the same exact time. Now, what that means is some of the character models necessarily aren't up to par to, I will say, the Swede standards. But I'm not a man about graphics. No. I'm a man about gameplay. That's why I was talking about the battle system. It's seriously a very unique battle system. Even, you have shops and everything, just like you would in any other RPG. There's nothing changing there. You have traveling merchants. You have merchants within cities, things like that. Here I'm just, I'm selling all this loot, all these weapons and armors and gear and everything that I've accrued going through a single dungeon. I mean, you get tons of freaking stuff. I'm like, what am I gonna do with all that? I only have 2 characters, and I got so much other stuff. It's incredible. There's tons of weapons, tons of items. It's just immense. I want to get back on top with the fact that the game is good looking. Now, it's a good looking game. Don't get me wrong. Do not get me wrong. Oh, there's side quests too. I'm about to initiate a side quest here. But I want to say environmentally, like everything but the characters look good. Well, some of the characters do look good. They have pretty good detailed things to them. But when you play the game, where you'll see a little bit later, if you take a good look, see how some things went out. But this freaking game is massive, and I mean that like as big as I can actually mean it to be, because it is huge. Look at this landscape. I really have nothing to say to you about it. The landscape is huge and it's beautiful. This lush grassland is just amazing. I love it to death. And it's a huge step. And I honestly want to say, we games. I couldn't believe we actually pulled this out. Xenoblade is truly an amazing title. I'm devastatingly glad. I mean that in a good way. I'm appalled that this game, that they didn't think this game would sell well over here. Look at it. It's just an amazing game. It's an RPG. It's a JRPG at that. And from what people say, it's the best of the generation. That goes for Xbox and PS3 included, Look, you just have big monsters like that walking around. Don't mess with him though, he's level 81. Like, I tested him a little bit and went to see what he was all about. He hit me with 70,000 in one hit. Payow. You know, that wasn't even a fair fight. I barely have over 1,000 HP. But this game is beautiful. It's massive. I swear it's like MMO scaled. Like look at that. All of that, you can go to all that. There's actually more stuff behind all that. Another cool thing is it's raining, okay? It's raining. It has the whole night and day thing, you know, weather, that whole thing to go with it as well. It's just an amazing game. I can't believe they even put all this in there, but they did it, and I'm really glad they brought this game out. Okay, the gameplay is amazing. The battle system is absolutely drop dead amazing. The game, the graphics is good and bad. It's beautiful and sometimes kind of ugly. The story is, you know, engrossing. Like you want to say it's one of the stories you heard before, but it's not so much really. It's much deeper than what you think it is. It's just a really good game. I mean, honestly, the game got a 9 by many reviewers, and that's some serious stuff. That's true. Like, I honestly I've played about 7 hours of it, like I said. I honestly give it a 9. The story's good, the gameplay's good, the graphics is good. You know, it has side quests and everything to it. It's everything you want. Okay, it's everything you want in an RPG game. And honestly, guys, if you're not gonna go pick this up, then shame on you. Shame on you. Shame on your whole family, your ancestry. I mean that. Like, you were literally, you know, shooting yourself in the foot by not getting this game. And this is my utmost greatest like recommendation thing. I literally recommend this game to any person out there who wants to, you know, like play an RPG. You know, even if you're really not that into RPGs, you just want a really good game that I promise you you'll be playing for a very long time. You know, it has the hours. I know you can put some serious hours into this game. You can go like going back doing all the side quests. I can talk about those for like all day. I might have to like literally do a whole nother video about that, but this is like my impressions video. The difficulty, let's go on. The difficulty is exactly where it should be. Not too easy where you plow through it, and not too hard where you can't really do anything. It's on the somewhat more difficult side. Some of the battles you have to come in there and don't just jump up in the battles and you think you're gonna win. Half time it's not like that. You know, you have to think about these kind of things. Speaking of battles, let's get into the arts system, how you can upgrade your arts and manage your skill tree and things like that. See, it gets deep like that. You know, it's a really deep game. Like, you can go here, you can upgrade all your arts and everything through AP. Now, AP you get by just beating random monsters and stuff, or finding locations on the map. Literally, if you go find a place, and I mean just any place, like the biggest building, like literally, if you find any place, you get experience in AP and stuff for it, and that's how you upgrade your skills and whatnot. It's very deep. You know, they have skill trees that allow you to acquire certain abilities and certain like passive abilities and whatnot, and just stat boosters by just doing that. Like, you know, you can see it on the screen. I can't really explain it, but it's just so deep. I mean, this game is really deep, and honestly, I thank Operation Rainfall for what they done to actually get it out there. I really thank Nintendo for bringing it over to us and everything. Hell, I thank them for even just coming up with the game. Even if we didn't even get it in the States, at least this piece of chicken hit the Wii, and everybody can be crunk about it. But as this video rendition winds down, I'm gonna close and say it is an absolute must-buy. Literally, Wii Game of the Year. Period. Absolutely. Period. I mean, we still have much of the year to go through, but no. Period. But holla at your boys, the real Dig Duggan himself. That's my first impression on this game, and I promise you guys, you will not be disappointed if you get it. Please go pick this thing up.